Hi guys, hope you are doing well. Today we are going to review adjectives really quickly, and then and articles, and then we are going to talk about a new type of adjective called demonstrative adjectives, which you actually probably already know what those are. Alright, so let's jump in and review a little. So last week we talked about adjectives, and adjectives describe nouns, and they might tell us what kind of noun we have, how many nouns we have, or which one or which noun we are talking about. And I want to point out, when we're looking at which one, we are actually using demonstrative adjectives with that. So that, those, this, and these. And we also talked about articles. Remember, articles are a, and, the, with a and an being non-specific. And the being specific. Alright, and then we also talked briefly about proper adjectives. So, America is a proper noun, but American is a proper adjective. So, someone who lives in America is an American. Alright. Let's get started on reviewing the adjective portion from last week. So if you are using your computer, you're just going to underline the adjective once and bold or highlight the article. So if you don't have your, if you're not doing this on computer, you're going to need a highlighter, any color, doesn't matter. And let's get started. So, in this example, it says, the dog dug deeply in the wet sand to find his old ball. I'm going to go through with my highlighter and highlight those articles first. There are only 3 articles, a, an, and the. So that makes this really easy. The dog dug deeply in the wet sand to find his old ball. So I'm done with the articles. Now I am looking for words that tell me what kind or how many. So words that are describing a noun. The dog, nothing describing dog. Dug is my verb. Deeply is an adverb. It ends in ly, and it tells me how the dog dug. So that's not one. Sorry, don't underline that. In the wet sand. What kind of sand? Wet sand. So I'm going to underline wet. To find his old ball. What kind of ball? Old ball. So you should have wet and old underlined, and you should highlight or bold the and the. And that is what you're going to do right here. Underlining adjectives and bolding or highlighting articles. Alright, next let's look at demonstrative adjectives. These are super simple, and you use these already all the time. However, you may not know why you use each one. So, if I have a singular object that I want to talk about, I'm going to say this or that. Now, if the object is close to me or near to me, I'm going to say this. If the object is far away, I'm going to say that. So, this dog is near to me. That dog, that dog is far from me. However, if you have two objects, you're going to use these and those. So these, if it is close, these pens are in front of me. However, if the pens were all the way on the other part of the room, I would say those pens are mine. Alright, so this whole page is we are going to practice using demonstrative adjectives. So in the first part, you're just circling or writing over here which demonstrative adjective you would use. So this great river ran across the continent of Africa, or those great river ran across the continent of Africa. First, I need to look at which noun it is describing. So river is the noun. And I have to ask myself, is river singular or plural? It is singular. So I'm going to use this. Now I'll just write it in the blank right there. For this next part, you're going to have to use this picture and look at the objects that are in the room and whether they are close to her or far from her, if they're plural or singular. So then you're just going to fill in the blank with a demonstrative, either this, that, those, or these. So if I look at her, she is right by the phone. So I'm going to say, this phone is new. And I will type it in. How did I know to use this? There's only one phone, so it's singular, and it is close to her. So that is how I knew to use this. Alright, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Hopefully this will be pretty easy for you. And let me know if you have any questions. Alright, bye guys.